Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar and this is Megaquarium Strategy and Tactics episode 7. So, in our last episode, we got our center stage aquarium here with our cuttlefish as well. And we've got a brand new handy dandy super snazzy feeding stick which allows us to feed the high difficulty skill required animals, specifically the common cuttlefish. So yeah, and these guys are prestigious as heck. I think I may want to try and squeeze one more of these guys in here. 13, size 13 though. These guys get kind of big. I mean, a fair amount of our tank space is spoken for, but I think we can squeeze at least one more common cuttlefish into the mix without too many issues here. The other thing that I wanted to do is put in some of those frilled anemones, because those don't take up tank space. And as far as I can tell, the cuttlefish don't eat anemones. No, they don't. Neither do the others. So yeah, let's get one more common cuttlefish in there just to make sure that people see them. We want to make sure that people enjoy them when that's happening. Yeah, they need a few more rocks here. We could do. Trying to think of a good thing here. We could do more live rocks and then a small rocks, just for the diversity of objects. Our guests tend to like that. Alright, and then, yeah, one more. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. So, in our things here, we have a request, and someone who's willing to shell out quite a lot of money for these things. The Bartlett Anethus is 7 of them. We need to research them, but I think we're in good shape there. So let's take that so we can get the also we have someone selling the Atlantic mackerel. These guys would actually be pretty perfect for the tank. We could just grab them and stick them in. My only concern is that, yeah, 6 of these guys, we're not going to have enough room in this particular tank to house them properly, especially since we're about to drop a couple of pie crust crabs in here. The other thing I might do is drop a common starfish in here, because let's see here. These guys, yeah, they don't eat the starfish. They're there for more for cleanup than they are for prestige. But then we can stick a couple of pie crust crabs and just call it a day. Just to have someone on cleanup duty. But after this crab, we are certainly going to be researching that other fish so that we can make another tank with it. Because since it's a 7-fish shoulder, it certainly needs, it's going to need a little bit more. Oh, one other thing that we can do for this tank, actually, now that we have an influx of cash, we can get some basic lights placed on it, and we can get that cold water frilled anemone. And we're gonna do like a 4-thing copy of it, so to make sure people can see it, because it does not add to the size here of the tank. Perfect. Excellent. Yeah, and I mean, it's not too expensive with the basic lights on there, and I don't think there's any other cold water things, at least not in immediate reach for us. But the rest of this we're just going to want to save up for building the new tank itself, so we can get the exhibit off the ground. Because the 7,500 payoff, we need to actually have the fish and on display for 3 minutes at least. Not that we're going to get rid of them afterwards. We got some hungry people over here. I think we need a few more creature comforts. Not that. Get a drinks machine. get our snack on. We need to go up a level of prestige before we can get access to the higher tier stuff, which we are pretty close to getting here. I'm banking on just making this tank all the more prestigious, and that being enough to push us over. And if not, the pie crust crab should be able to get the job done. Oh yeah, let's get a bin over here. Actually, move you over one so people can walk around and maneuver. And a padded bench over here. Seems sensible to me. Yeah, because there's no way anybody's missing this tank. I mean, even if they don't go up the stairs and get the fancy view, they can still see it from all around. So yeah, I think we're good in that sense. Pie crust crab coming at us shortly. There it goes. All right, this is the fish that they're asking for. So, regardless of what other plans I may have had, these are the fish we're going for. But we will not neglect the pie crust crab. Certainly not. A pair of these guys should fit. 5 to 9. I mean, they're worth decent amounts. Starfish size 1 to 2, but our common starfish is going to get pretty big. Yeah, size 3. And this guy had a little bit of a head start. So we'll get a couple of pie crust crabs in there. And that should be good. And everyone should be pretty happy. Should be, knock on wood. Now, one thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to move the pump over by one, like this. Make sure you get hooked up to your two respective tanks, of course. Because we're going to do another pump. I think I like the whole pump action thing here. We're gonna build out this whole area here. I mean, maybe not. Maybe we will not do that. Maybe we will scooch you over by one here. Actually, we could just nix you, scooch you, and then have just a traditional. We could do a corner tank here, and just have some machinery at the ready. Since this is a back area anyway. Or we could get. I mean, we could get fancy. We could get fancy. I am not above getting fancy. But no, I think because these guys are smaller fish, and they're a lot of the fish that we haven't made yet are predator fish. We don't want a huge crazy tank here. The small tunnel tank is a thing though. We could play with this. There's enough room back here that this could be a thing. 72 default. Oh my god, it makes it 90 by exactly if we stretch it out by a little bit. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. And it's affordable. I mean, we're a long ways off of getting the fish themselves. Yeah, because we need room to feed, but we also need room for the machinery back here. Yeah, actually, stretching you out to here might not be a bad thing. Like that. Okay. Let's get some walls in here, so we don't have people wandering. Let's scooch these things over. These are cheap enough that I could just walk, because I don't want people seeing the empty tank and getting negative prestige. until we're good and ready. So exhibit under construction. And I can think of a few other fish that we can stick in this tank besides the ones that our sponsor is asking us to do. So we can get a fair amount of mileage out of here. All right, what else we got here? You know, just growing. That's fine. I am still looking at these Atlantic mackerel. I mean, I could swap out some of the common one, the wrasses and the pollux. And that would give us enough room for them. And they are a bit more prestigious. But I need to not be distracted because I need to save up for all the accoutrement that comes with here. Because we are so close to level 8. I can feel it. I have a feeling like the next big talk bomb for the cuttlefish is going to push us over the edge here. Because, yeah, that just generates so much prestige. And we have to wait a while for our fish anyway, although our rate of ecology is pretty darn strong, and we're giving an ecology talk, so we're getting that rate goosed pretty nicely as well. Alright, our cache is starting to recover here. Let's ponder what fish we want to put in there besides the ones that we need to. Because there's 7 of them, but they're only size 3. Let's see. Mousing over the things that we have. Yeah, we don't want the grouper. They will eat them. Coral Beauty. We could toss a Coral Beauty in there. Just because, I mean, just to give them a higher chance of seeing those. But I do think we have some low-hanging fruit when it comes to like some of the cheaper fish that we could research. So we could make this just a way overproduced singular Coral Beauty tank. Which, hey, why not? Alright, large heater. Bada boom. And yeah, I think just a single large filter here. I know this is taking up a bit more tank space. We can rearrange it as needed. Yeah, get you there, get you there. Yeah, let's get a Coral Beauty. Just a token one so we can start using the tank. It needs some plants that will make sure the tank is not barren. Wimp versus bullies. These guys aren't bullies, are they? They are not. Good. Alright, 1 Coral Beauty. Precisely 1 Coral Beauty. And actually, these guys, what do they need? Yeah, they don't need any fancy stuff, so let's go for some sea grapes. That's a fancier one. No access to plants. Huh? Oh, this is an extra tall tank. We need an extra thing of stairs here. Fair enough. Fair enough. Didn't realize they had to go that quite that big a distance. All right, now we can open this area up to the viewing public. Yeah, we'll put you over here. We're also going to want some creature comforts over here. Let's get a toilet. And a get a bin. chocolate here. No, honey. That's okay. I mean, at this point, we're going to be getting more stuff from the tank itself than the singular fish that's housed in there. Small beach tank, why not? I mean, at this point, we're going to be getting pretty much all of our techs before then. How's everybody else doing? JC has leveled up. JC, yeah, you keep cleaning. That should be good. People are growing. That is good. Yeah, at this point we're just kind of saving up for the inevitable 7 fish so that we can get our big payoff, which can then catapult us into some other projects here. We can also start researching up some other smaller fish here. Oh yeah, let me check my other things here. Some of the trades and purchases. Not guppies, not Adolfo's Cory, French angelfish. These things actually might be really good for this tank. Yeah, because we're not doing corals in here, and it's a big enough tank when fully grown. They need at least 60. That's fine. Yeah, actually, this is 3 French angelfish will be perfect for this tank. Because there should still be room in the tank, even with them, plus the coral beauty, plus that school. We can also get those schooling bannerfish too. That might be a good source of thing. And these guys are 7 prestige, and with 3 of them, that'll be a good prestige earner. I like it. We are going to need some more plant power though, because the 3 of them are going to collectively demand 9 plants. So, yeah, feather. That won't quite be enough, but let's get some kelp in there then. All right, once our money recovers enough for that deal, we'll grab the. Not quite. Somebody buy a soda. Thank you. Sponge pellets, eh? Ooh, okay. Well, we need a little bit more oomph here then. All right, hang on. Sponge pellets, eh? 360 just to feed them. And we need a little bit more help with the filtration. I don't think the filtration is going to be an immediate problem. We need to move this to make room. Actually, no, not yet. We don't need to move that just yet to make room. Large protein skimmer. We'll get the protein... no, actually, we'll get the feeder first. And since this is where they're fed... And then we can get the protein skimmer. Alternatively, we could just start slapping down some rocks. Like some live rocks might be able to push us over... yeah, some live rocks pushed us over the threshold here. Excellent. Okay. We'll obviously need a more beefier filter once we introduce our 7 our thing. Aha! Prestige rank up! Well, bam! Now we get access to a whole new sorts of fun stuff here. Some stuff that we got a little bit early, like the toadstool leather corals. just through trades, which I like. I like the fact that you can get some higher tier stuff earlier. But yeah, we have some goodies. But I think we're gonna go for the lower hanging fruit before we go top tier as far as the fish go. Now, as far as the tech goes, once we finish up this tank, then we're certainly going to be reprioritizing and getting some really nifty stuff. But that was perfect. Okay, we got our fish in place here. Let's go down here. A flame angel fish is actually going to be a thing. Like, we can just stick one of them in here. So we can just research that in like 2 seconds. Because we only bought one, but now we need another one, so we might as well just place it naturally. It is so quick to research. Now I don't think anybody here eats crustaceans, so the blue knuckle hermit crab might be a thing that we want to do here. Because we actually don't have these little guys represented anywhere, and they're scavengers, so they won't cause any problems really. So yeah, blue knuckle hermit crab, and we'll research them in like 3 seconds. And actually, yeah, we can just stick the flame angel fish in there, and that should be fine. Ooh, but they need a little bit more plants. Okay. We can do that. I'm going to go for, like, super duper, like, biodiversity here. Egg rack. It helps with the nitrate reacting power, certainly. Alright, why not? We probably won't need an actual nitrate reactor for this walkthrough tank. Yeah, and these other things that we can add to the tank are just, you know, they help boost the prestige, but they don't really cost that much. Blue knuckle hermit crab, get. We could also throw the cowfish in there, but now that's starting to get a little distracting. The schooling bannerfish are another option here, and I think we can fit them without too much trouble, and they won't cause too much trouble. Although they require 2 plants each. I don't actually know if we can keep up with the plant requirements for them. Yeah, that might be a little tricky with this particular tank type. The Arabian butterfly fish is actually pretty good. Actually, it's really good. And they only require 1 plant and 1 rock. We already have some rocks in there. Yeah, let's get you. Alright, let's get a couple of El Cheapo hermit crabs. I'd say 4 should be fine. And they won't hurt the bio load of the tank. Okay, now let's go to some rank 8 stuff. We want some toys. Toys are what we want. These things can help us make the Boku bucks. And as I said before, we want to go straight for the money makers first before anything else is done. All right. Now, how much are these fish? Our mission fish. Where are you guys? You guys, 287 a piece. That's about 2,000 bucks worth. I have a calculator off to the side. I can't quite do the math quite that quickly. They also need access to krill, and I don't think we have a krill box anywhere right now. So we need to factor in the cost of the krill box as well. How much is the krill dispenser? 630, yeah. Let's get the krill box first, just so that we get that expense out of the way. Now, yes, this is the downside. When the heater fails, there's no wiggle room here, but The fish aren't going to go belly up as long as we have enough fixing power, which I think we do. Yeah, they're fine. Crisis averted. No, no issues abounding there. But yeah, I'm gonna save up for the 2,000 before I buy any more fish here. As much as I want to just keep throwing other things in this tank besides the one type of fish that we were commissioned to build the tank for. But these guys will certainly come after that, because yeah, that's a lot of prestige even for just them. Any other? I think this tank. I mean, this tank is starting to get kind of full, even as far as stuff to speak for. We already bought the French angelfish, so we don't need to research more of them. We may want to start thinking about our next tank, and also we can start looking at our latest and greatest level of things. Maybe if we can squeeze a few more into the ambassador tank, like this Regal Tang 7. Oh yeah. +3 plants, but I think we can accomplish that. Actually, I think we have some excess. They require the krill, but we already have a krill feeder. Size 8 though. That might be tricky to squeeze in. You don't like lights, you can't go in the ambassador tank. Just looking for butterfly. You're freshwater. Panther crab, you're freshwater. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for the Regal Tang for our ambassador tank at the very least. That should be just fine. But again, we're just going to save up for it. It'll take a bit longer. I mean, getting the prestige for these higher tier fish, just as with getting the science for the higher tier stuff, takes more raw points. But as our aquarium grows, we're going to be generating a lot more raw points, so that works out just fine. I also might eventually want to get another Talkie McTalkerson in here. All right, let's get our guys here. Now, they don't like sharing the tank with anyone else who eats krill. So we actually can't put the this thing in here, but that's okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yeah, we need the beefier filter power. That's okay. We're just a little bit short. And then timer is ticking. Timer is ticking. And anybody else giving me some giant hatchet fish for sale? 5 giant hatchet. Wow. Okay, I think this might be our next tank, going for an acidic freshwater. I was saying that we do need to get into acidic freshwater tanks, and boy howdy is this a good excuse to get into that. Common lobster. No, that's okay. Yeah, we just got to save up our cash so that we can get a little bit more filter power going here. $542. Shouldn't be too bad. I just saw a negative thought from you. Is there somebody suffering in the cold water tank? High crust crab. What's your deal? Oh, I missed its supplement. We do have supplements though. I know for a fact we have supplements. We just need more feeders. Alright, well, let's get one thing at a time. One thing at a time. We are pushing our feeders a little bit harder here. Large protein skimmer, and we can get away with that because it is salt water. And then we will hire another feeder. Most certainly. The other thing I wonder... is the pie crust crab considered a tricky to be fed animal? No, it's not. So anyone can really do it. Right then, let's before we end out here, let's get another feed in here. Hugh! No. Not quite enough extra. 4 feeding. Not great at it, but not terrible either. Let's see who else we can go here. Feeding, cleaning. Feeding, fixing. Cleaning, gift shop. Well, we might need to get this guy on board sooner. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hire you. Just have another gift shop person floating around. Feeding, not that great at it. Feeding, cleaning. And then the price is right, but your fitness is low. But you're great. You're naturally fantastic at feeding. Alright, we'll go for it. Alright, let's get to renaming here. You are gonna be Stream, and you are gonna be Shona. Welcome aboard. And then as far as setting your things here, no doing the super hard stuff. You can do the medium stuff. I trust you with that, because you're feeding 2 and you're naturally really good at it. That should help make sure that the supplements are not missed. Ooh, okay. We need some more raw filter power over here too, just because things are growing. So let's get the large filter here, and then if these tanks become even harder pressed, we have room to fit the a second protein skimmer here. All right, folks. So I think this is a good place to stop it here. So in our next episode, we're going to get an influx of $7,500 from our patron here, and that will let us get into some fancier tanks here. Aha! Oh, these things just need fixing. That's all. So I think an acid tank headed up by those hammerheads that are being the hatchet fish rather that are being offered up here, I think is going to be our next big thing here. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!